I know it gets tiresome, my constantly harping on about Nadine Dorries, but clearly she is thrusting herself forward so much that we're not supposed to miss her. When history books are written, it won't be the story of Boris and Cash and Carry. It'll be the story of Boris and Nadine Dorries, or at least that's what she intends. And the other day, she did an interview with the BBC, I think, and she said that she'd communicated with Boris. And the BBC persisted and said to her, well, when did you speak to him? When did you speak to him last? I communicated with him. How is she doing this communication? Is this by some sort of divining? Is she doing it through a crystal ball? Or is her communication with Boris entirely in her fantasy? What is this lady doing? And the other thing is, she's so often on our mediums, on our media. She is a medium, clearly. I mean, I think she's there with a crystal ball, pouring into the future, like some sort of denizen from Harry Potter. In years to come, she'll be played by Emma Thompson. Emma Thompson is Nadine Dorries, and. And I think who will play Priti Patel in this epic? It'll be tragedy, of course, because that is where we're going. We're heading in the direction of Greek tragedy. This is chutzpah writ large. This is hubris in the biggest letters that you can possibly imagine. And Boris is clinging on for dear life. Now, the problem really with all this is that although frankly I would like Boris to hang on a little bit longer so that some better alternative is found than Sajid Javid or Rishi Sunak or what's the man who was slapping on Factor 10 in Crete? Anyway, him of the Rob. No, I better than one of those, or Truss. I would like to see a skilled backbencher coming up, someone like Tom Tugendhat. But Tom Tugendhat doesn't have the ministerial experience. We need Boris in these last few days. He is a man. He is a man with a target on his head. He knows. I'm sure Boris knows that he cannot survive this. Not for any serious length of time. In the days that are left to him, he needs to bring others up. He needs to give others an opportunity to get their feet under the cabinet table so that somebody of worth can take over. And meanwhile, in the interest of democracy, he needs to give the Labour Party just a little bit more time to get its act together. Because one of the reasons that this government has got into such a shambles, we have never seen such sleaze in Parliament than what we've seen recently. One of the reasons that this government has got into a mess is because it hasn't had a functional opposition. Because Keir Starmer has had to spend all his time repairing the damage done to his own party by Mr. Corbyn and co. Mr. Corbyn, nice man, and indeed, I'm always happy to chat to his brother Piers. I was at the last election with Piers, and indeed with quite a few members of Boris's own family. So there we are, getting all these things out finally. Right, have fun, do follow the channel, do ring the bell. Let me know how many days, how many weeks, how many months, years? No, I think that's not probable. How many days, weeks or months do you think Boris has got? I'd really be interested to know what you think. Have fun.